Hey everyone, welcome to I Truly Love It. My name is Susan, and this is kind of part two of making my December daily journal out of a Christmas gift box. This was the lid. If you go back to that video, I'll try to remember to link it below. Um, I kind of showed you um, how I made this, even though I'd already started the cover. Um, but I'm going to show you. I was making it, and then I went back and put this at the beginning. So obviously it's done. But I recorded me putting my signatures together, putting them in. There are some bloopers. So I'm gonna do a little voiceover as it's going fast forward. So I have a little music in the background, but I'll be talking. So this should be fun. But yeah, I'm gonna show you how I put that together and what not to do. All right, let's go. All right, here I am. I just finished poking holes in the spine using that little piece of grid paper um, that came out of the composition notebook that I picked up at Walmart. And this was some 12 by 12 paper that I scored down the center at 6 inches and then 3 inches from the bottom to fold up and make those pockets. And if you just trim that little piece in between the pockets, it'll fold nice and flatter. It won't bulk up on you. This is a piece of paper from that composition notebook I'm trimming down. This is a gift bag that I picked up, that and the silver bag from Goodwill a while back, and trimming the end of it off there. When I trimmed that silver one later, I just used scissors. It was much easier. I'm gonna get my circle punch here and punch some thumb holes. Trying to rearrange that in there. That vellum piece of paper, I tore the edges of it because I just wanted to do something different. This is me adjusting the smaller pieces of paper inside because they're not going to fit in the 3 holes. And I ditched the envelope for now. I would suggest using large paper clips, like the big, huge ones that take up like half the page. And I have some, I just didn't use them here. All right, using that same guide, make sure you mark which end is the top. I finally learned my lesson on that one. And it looks like it's going great here. It really does. And you may not realize it, but I'm putting it in backwards, like into the journal. Like that is the back. Let's see here. Yeah, the side with the door is the front of my journal. It really doesn't matter because I haven't like put pockets on the cover or anything, but I intended for it's like a gingerbread house, and I intended for that to be the front. And it's gonna be a while before I realize it. All right, this is the middle signature. Once again, that's a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper where I scored it at 6 inches and at 3 from the bottom there. And of course, I can never fold it straight. That's some dyed paper from Etsy. That CD pocket, I'm going to use that later. So you'll see it kind of get ditched to the side there. it was actually a challenge to come up with papers that were a brighter white. This is a silver envelope that I remember I had. I picked those up at Goodwill a while back. I think I picked that up on the same trip. I got those, the red and the silver gift bag. All right, this is where it starts to get challenging because it's, you're putting in the center one. So you're gonna have, some space in there. So it's not laying flat on top of the other one. And I haven't realized it yet. It's coming though. I find too. Oh, here's a blooper number. Actually, this will be blooper number 2. Because blooper number 1 is, I'm putting it in upside down in the journal. And blooper number 2 is I have yet to realize that I left the little grid paper in there. There you go. Now you realize it, Susan. Luckily, I hadn't tied it yet. It still doesn't matter because it's still upside down in the journal. Clip the end of the string that holds it in place. It was kind of hard to see where the holes were with that fabric. I don't know if you've ever made a journal with a gift box before. I looked for videos. I didn't see any, but that doesn't mean that they aren't out there. This is me realizing. Okay, so I fixed all that. Put them back in correctly. This is the third signature, which is actually the front signature. And that's a note card in the front. I'm sorry you didn't get to see me assemble that signature. We'll flip through them here in a minute. But that's a note card there in the middle. I was looking for something to go in the center. And I don't know why I took the clips off. Guess I was feeling brave. Get in there. Anyways, I needed something in the center, and I had that note card. And I thought, well, it doesn't have to be folded the normal way with the red on the outside. Okay, that voiceover took a couple takes because I got started really great, and then my husband came in. He's still having to work today, but it's kind of sporadic, and his computer's here in the same space. Anyways, I got it done, and figuring all out how to do that. But I did it. Okay, moving on. So here's my spine. I think it looks great. I think I'm doing a much better job now of getting my signatures in and making them look a little more even. I think making, your little grid is super helpful. Marking which end is the top. For me, I find it easiest to take, you don't have to have grid paper. I was looking for the one I just had. It was just blank paper. Is this it? Of course it's not. That's not it. Okay, anyways, moving on. You can just use blank paper or whatever paper. So if you're going to have more than one signature, let's say you're going to have 3 or like an odd number. Fold it in half. Well, I mean, even like if you're going to do like 4 or something. Anyways, fold it in half. That's your center. And this is, this was the width of my spine. So let's make note of that. I folded it in half, and then I did fold it in half this way. That way the center hole could be more or less the center. The graph paper, it was actually slightly below that line, but I chose to, put it on the line because it made it easier to put the other dots on the line. And then I just kind of counted out roughly the same number. Obviously, this one's halfway is a little more geared towards the left line there. So it's a little closer to the left than it is to the right one. But there you go. It made it a lot easier. Also, not putting my top stitch or top hole way towards the top of the bottom of the book. It makes it a little easier for those smaller items. Okay, I'm going to do stuff to the cover. I just, I don't know, haven't found all the things I love that I want to put on there. Like I wanted to put some rickrack, but I mean big rickrack. I have this piece that came in a little bag of whatnot at Goodwill one time, but it's not enough. And I mean, I'm not gonna like do that, but I would, do the like edges because gingerbread, right? Um, but it's not enough, and it does have a little like snag in it there, so we'll use that for something else. So we'll come back to that and get on with that another time. All right, so I didn't put any pockets here on the inside. I feel like this is going to have enough pockets. This is a daily journal for December, so we'll be journaling in this as well. I did my November Junk Journal Madness Cornucopia of Gratitude Journal, and I journaled in that, and that was great. I'm going to be participating in Darcy's Misadventures in Mixed Media. Where's my paper? Her December daily prompts. I printed it out and I sent her a message telling her thank you. And she's like, I told her I was going to put it on my YouTube channel. And she's like, would you like to do it, Day? And I was like, why, yes, I would. So thanks, Darcy. So day 7, yours truly is going to have a video for that day. I'm going to do all the days. So not just day 7, but that might be a day just geared towards that one prompt itself. But kind of like my November Junk Journal Madness Journal, I'm going to maybe do a video every few days. And the nice thing about hers, you don't have to do them in order, but I probably will. But I probably won't necessarily put them in order in the journal. So I probably won't go like page 1 is day 1, page 2 is day 2. I'm going to put it where I feel like it fits. I'm getting better about relaxing. Junk journals don't have rules, really. They have ideas. Okay, so signature number 1, scrapbook paper. All the outside pages and all of them were 12 by 12. Scrapbook paper within it was 8.5 by 11. So, and I did this the same with all of them. I turn them into pockets, and they're a little more thinner papers. Well, like that was Hobby Lobby. Those single sheets, so it's thinner. Just some notebook paper, pulled it right out of the spiral. Some craft paper. This is that composition notebook. I'll show it to you. From Walmart. That's that Pen and Gear. But you can get the grid kind, and it's a vinyl cover. But yeah, and just break your threads there in the center and just pop them out, and they'll stay together. But they are much. This is a 6-inch wide journal, so I trimmed everything down pretty much. Well, anything that was 6 inches, I trimmed it down. So for this first signature, this paper, I folded it like this, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I may glue it and make it a side tuck, but I may use it for like a fold out. So sky's the limit. Okay, here's polka dot vellum. I tore the edge on this one as well. Here's that silver bag that I was talking about. Scrapbook paper. This is 8.5 by 11. Hobby Lobby, those like clearance packs. All right, that's a page from a planner that I didn't use, and said December, so I thought, okay, we use that. And then there's that note card. I left the string long because I might add some dangles to the pages. I've never done that, so I don't think I have. No. So we'll definitely have to put something here, maybe a corner tuck or something. We may collage on the page. We may paint. There's the other side of all that. Okay, I did the same thing on this side, so it can kind of fold out. Craft paper. Okay. Then we got to the middle signature. This one I composed a little differently, like the front one and the back one are very similar. This one, the middle is a little different. There's that CD pocket. We'll figure out where to put it. It may not even end up in this signature. This is a silver envelope. Yeah, got it at Goodwill, you guys. So check the office supply section at Goodwill. This is just a piece of ledger paper. It's probably, a little more creamy color, but I was looking for papers that everything is, I feel like when I want white, I can't find it. When I don't want it, I find it all over the place. So, of course, I was pretty particular. I was looking for reds, whites, blacks, and silvers. So, scrapbook paper, I guess that's probably a little more gray. We'll have to cover up that corner. Scrapbook paper. This is dyed paper from Etsy. It's so pretty. I had 2 pages left. I liked the design on this one. The girl that I ordered it from, you really need to order it like a month in advance. I mean, she tells you it takes like 3 plus, I would say 3 to 4 weeks. So give yourself time, but it was a nice little packet of paper. I've used quite a bit of it in my journals. And then this, I had this for a good while. This is just an inventory record. It had this on it. I tore that off. Excuse me. Red floss trying to get in the story here. But it's like a ruler, it came off the bottom there. So type all cards just above the perforated line at the same point on scale. Then remove this stub. Use well-inked ribbon. So I thought I'd keep this for something else. Maybe we'll use it in this journal. All right, and that's the other half of it. That is peel and stick, and so we're going to need to add something there. So maybe another fold out or something. I thought I would add any like Christmas cards I got at work from coworkers or students, and not too many come in the mail anymore. So I have so many things I could make. I probably should make cards. Let's do that. All right, last signature. I do want to say this paper was a little bit thicker. It was a different pad. Well, that came from a pad. That was a single sheet here. So those are thinner. There's a little envelope. We'll incorporate it somewhere. Our school district gets these Coca-Cola calendars every year. I don't remember getting one this year. Anyways, at the end of the school year, the extras are just sitting in the lounge, so I snagged one. There's the red bag. This grid paper I trimmed, tore that down. We'll need to put something on the cover of that because there's a piece of graph paper, scrapbook paper. There's the other half of everything. But I got it all in there, you guys. I'm pleased with how it's coming out. There's plenty of room up here that if I wanted to punch a hole and put an eyelet for a dangle, because I bought stuff to make a dangle or even a tassel. That we could do that. I will say this is thick cardboard, or it's cardboard, so that's kind of coming like it's cracked the outer layer where the print is. It doesn't bother me. It's a junk journal, and I'm going to decorate too. So now that that's in there, do I want to cover this? I kind of like my strings though. I like how they've come. It's so nice and neat. Um, I have the 4th of July set, but it's got a lot of red and white in it. So you can put different things. I don't know what my closure is going to be. If you're new here, I always think about that last. So usually 9.5 times out of 10, I don't think about it till the end. I mean, I'm thinking about it, but I don't make a decision, and it ends up being just a ribbon. Anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna start tomorrow with day 1. Probably a few days before you see a video with it, but yeah, I hope you join in. Go check out Darcy's channel. I'm sure you probably know her, probably more than you know me, especially if you're new here. But she's inspirational in getting me to do more mixed media, along with Kathleen at Creative Solace Studios, who was my guest collaborator in November for Junk Journal Madness. And I just need to do more. So I have a lot of stuff. Let's use it, right? All right, guys, I appreciate you and your time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.